Hello, Earthlings. So, ignore my face and my hair. I did just take a shower, even though it is 9:30 at night. I didn't want to take one in the morning, and I'm supposed to work, so don't judge me. But this video has been a long time coming. I've had my iPad for, gosh, I think almost 2 months now, and I've been meaning to film an update, and just like life has been busy and crazy, and things have been happening, so I really haven't had a chance to do so. And I don't really have a place to put you, so I'm just like holding you in my hand. But we're all friends here. You're gonna be okay. Anyway, so I don't know why my camera cut out like that. I have had her for about 2 months, and she is back in the original case that I had gotten her in, which I will show you the keyboard in just a minute. I know that the last time I left off with you, I was getting the one with the trackpad in it, or on it, or whatever. I wonder. I know the table's in the way, but we're gonna make it work. And then, okay, it's fine. You're not gonna judge me. We're all friends here. Okay, so I got her. She's still pink. She's still beautiful. I do want to find like a clear case for her so that I can show off just how beautiful she is. And maybe what I do is when I'm not using the keyboard, which isn't very often, but when I'm not using it, I could just put her in her clear thing or just have a sleeve for her. But anyway, so I decided to go back to this keyboard, which is pretty basic, but very nice. It's like a single sleeve, and it just bends up like that. So it's all in one. I can flip it back and do all that stuff and, you know, turn her on from there. And I don't like that the keys are like that, because I feel like I'm going to press something and screw it up. But so far I've not had any issues, you know, knocking on wood. But this is the case that I have her in now. And this was the first one that I had bought when I bought the iPad itself. And I liked the one with the trackpad, but it wasn't quite as like clickety clackety as I liked, which is very much a writer like OCD kind of quirk. But I needed it. I needed the clicky clacky. In fact, if I can type for you here really quick. Let's see here. Like, you see how clicky clacky, like, anyway. But yeah, so I ended up liking this physical keyboard better, and the trackpad wasn't bad, but it wasn't like when I had my, gosh, Switch is not the word for it. My Surface, my Microsoft Surface, which I would totally get another one of those, but I gotta hold my horses because there's other things I want to buy first. So I didn't like it as much as I liked the one on the Surface, and it didn't feel as like smooth and buttery as the other one did. So I was like, okay, well, am I okay with foregoing that so that I can just use the touch screen? It's fine. I like it a lot, actually. So for the writing, gosh, words are so hard for me tonight. The writing, oh my God, you guys. I swear all my brain cells have just up and left me at this moment. Program, software, whatever. The writing program that I use is called Dabble, and here, let's see if I can pull it up for you. And I have discovered that it's kind of like the best writing software that I have had an experience with. I've used Scrivener and I've used Word, because I mean, Word is good for anything. And I have Word on here. I don't have Scrivener. I don't think that the iPad supports Scrivener, which has been a bummer, but I will survive. So I have been using Dabble, which is right here. I wonder if I can. Okay, here we go. Well, okay, so you type here, and usually, well, okay, so you can type in the very middle part, and it does switch from like day to night mode. And then over here is like your writing stats. I've got like my goal and how many words I've written today. And like down here, whoops. Oh no, I fucked it up. Okay, here we go. And like down here, you can see like the regularity with which I'm writing and everything. And you can see like a couple of higher days. Those are really good word days. And the one thing I wish that I could do is scroll over them and see like, okay, I wrote this many words this day and this many words this day. But it's a small sacrifice to make to not have a trackpad. And I can get it on, the nice thing with this is I can get it on anything, my phone, my computer, anything. So if I can log in, I can access it. So that's not a big deal. And then on the other side over here is all of my chapter headings and like notes and stuff. I'm not sponsored by Dabble, but if you wanted to sponsor me, I would be thrilled. Anyway, so I can have all of my chapter headings, and then I can click it and you can see the scenes that I've been working on. I didn't want to show you too much because I've been working on this novel for like 10 fucking years. So I'm trying not to like, I don't know. I'm trying not to jinx myself or whatever, but I have been absolutely loving this. I do have a sleeve that I had gotten for my Kindle, which is over there, and I don't want to grab it right now, but I had used it for my Kindle, and it was like just really big, but it was really cute, so I didn't want to get rid of it, and it fits this perfectly. So I will walk around with this either just in the case like this or in its sleeve. And the portability is 10 out of 10. The color is beautiful. I think the only thing I would change about it really is that I would make the charging cord longer. But it's a USB-C, so like if you can find a USB-C cord, then you're pretty much fine. So I am just a huge fan of this. I am so glad I got it. It's made writing anywhere and everywhere so much easier because I don't want to bring my big MacBook everywhere. I have also watched a lot of anime on this. I finished 2 seasons of two different shows, or 2 seasons. I finished 2 whole shows on this. I just like open her up, set her up like that as I'm doing chores or washing dishes or cleaning or whatever, and it's been grand. With this case, it does take batteries, which it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out how to like sync the case, but once I did, I also learned that it has batteries, which you can, you pop out like this little bit right here and put into basically watch batteries. And I think it said it had a 3-year battery life, which is fine. I'm pretty hot. I don't want to say I'm hard on my electronics, but I use them a lot and for many different things. So like I'll have it sitting there open playing YouTube or Netflix or Crunchyroll or any number of things, and I have it set to not turn off. So I have to be aware of like what that's doing to the battery life. But so far, like, I have to say, I love this thing. This is one of the best purchases I've made in a long time. And just being able to have it be so portable and light and effective has just made such a difference in my life, especially my writing. Because I've set a new goal. I've said this like every year since I started this novel, but I need to fucking finish it. And so I printed out the 25-ish thousand words, 25-ish thousand that I did last year for NaNoWriMo. And I have been reworking them and trying to fill in some missing character motivation and missing like plot holes, plot points, and just like things that I felt that it needed. And being able to have that right here and have a small device right here so I can like look back and forth and deal with it. I love this thing. I am such a fan. I cannot recommend it enough. And the color, look at that. She is so fucking pretty. Like I said, I really want a case that shows off how beautiful she is, but one thing at a time. I tend to get ahead of myself. So, and I don't have the other case like with me right this second. I think it's upstairs. The one thing I did like about that other case is that it totally separated. So like it wasn't just one whole book-like thing like this. You could take the top half, or you separate the keyboard from the case and use it just as like an iPad instead of like a tiny personal computer, But it's kind of like, you got to weigh your pros and cons and see which one works best for you, obviously. But I'm glad that I have both. I was a little nervous about putting it in the other case and taking it out, because it was so, like, it was such a hard, rigid thing that I was worried that I was going to snap my iPad in half and I would have literally thrown myself off onto the freeway. So thank God that didn't happen. But yeah, I know I've been meaning to do this fucking update forever, and if any of you are interested in watching this video, I appreciate you for sticking around. I'm trying to keep this short, sweet, and to the point, but I'm feeling a little rambly tonight, so hopefully it's not too boring. But 100 out of 10, love her so much, so glad I have an iPad. I love the color. I hope that they would come out with a purple so that eventually I could like expand my collection, because I would love to do more tech reviews. I love it. I have a big purchase I am looking to make soon that I do also want to make a video on, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It's not Apple. It's not Apple. It's not an iPad. It's not anything like that, but it is tech related. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I have another video that I'm going to film right after this because I want them to be separate. And I will link all my socials down below if you'd like to follow me and we can connect and have a wonderful time. But I love you all, and I thank you all for being interested in my channel. I do want to get back to things. I've really missed filming, and with some stuff going on in my life right now, I do think that getting back to the creative side of life is where I'm headed. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I love you all. I'm going to go get this edited and uploaded so that you guys can actually get your update, which people have actually asked me for in the comments. Thank you so much. But anyway, I've talked long enough, and I will see you in just a few minutes. Mwah.